Yo, what is going on, Senpai Squad? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're going to be exploring one of the most anticipated characters in all of Boruto. The man who has claimed to have supposedly killed the 7th Hokage himself, none other than Kawaki. First off, I'll give you guys a quick summary. The word Kawaki means dry. The definition of dry is something that is indicated to be absent of moisture or freedom. Maybe referring to the fact that Kawaki is nothing more than a tool for Jigen and the Kara organization and having no freedom whatsoever. Kawaki is the key to an evil organization known as Kara. He's referred to as nothing other than a vessel, and he's the adopted son of their leader, Jigen. But with all of that out of the way, I think now it's time we jump into some more detail about this mysterious individual. Kawaki is around about the same age as Boruto and features brushy black hair with blonde shaven sides. He also has piercings in his eyebrows and ears, which he got after meeting Jigen, and once being accepted into Kara, he also got the Roman numeral for the number 9 engraved under his left eye. Now, some of you may not know this, but Kawaki has actually had 4 different appearances throughout the series' life cycle so far. The first one was in this promotional poster for the Boruto manga, where his hair was seemingly much more spikier than in his final version, and also he wore a dark blue jacket with a pink top underneath. His second design, and this was quite a drastic design from the first one, is here on the cover of chapter 1, where his hair was slightly less spiky, his pink shirt being swapped out for a dark purple turtleneck, and blue jacket subsequently being changed for a white one. Another really interesting thing to take away from this design is that he didn't have the number 9 under his eye. Instead, he had a tattoo of a dagger-like shape. Does this mean that Kawaki wasn't always intended to be a member of Kara, or the more likely scenario in my opinion being that maybe just the numbers weren't a concept thought up of until a later date? His third design is the design we see right now in the manga of his younger self, and then his final one being his teenage design, which we see at the time skip right at the start of the series, although this has been stated that it may well be changed at some point in the future. Also, a quick honourable mention to the little baby Kawaki that we see in flashbacks and whatnot. Now, Kawaki has one of the most tragic and difficult backstories in the whole of Naruto, if you ask me. He was raised alone by an abusive alcoholic father who saw Kawaki as nothing more than both an emotional and physical punching bag. Later, he would then go on and sell his son to Jigen for a large sum of money after, and I quote, being empty and no longer having any other redeeming qualities. Sometime after Jigen took custody over Kawaki, he was taken to one of Jigen's labs, which was full of other children about similar age to Kawaki being suspended from the ceiling in artificial wombs. Kawaki would then end up just like these children he saw before him, as Jigen attempted to transfer the karma seal onto Kawaki, which, if you didn't know, is the curse mark-esque looking ability we see him and Boruto use right at the beginning of the story. After surviving the passing of the karma seal somehow, Kawaki describes his life as a living hell from then on, going as far to say that he wished he had died during the process. To be honest, his past hasn't really been expanded on after this point as of yet, other than a small fight we know of between him and an outer member of the Kara organization named Garo, where Kawaki ended up tearing off his lower jaw. Fast forward to the present, and we see Kawaki living with Naruto in the Uzumaki house under supervision. Now, unfortunately, Kawaki's abilities are still in the dark slightly, but we do know that he possesses the same Karma Seal ability as Boruto, being able to absorb and fire back different ninjutsu attacks in the same kind of way that Momoshiki did. We also know that his body has undergone changes on a cellular level, which has caused his body to have been transformed into a so-called living scientific ninja tool. These changes to his cells allow him to reshape his body for attacks in a similar way to what Jugo's clan's Sage technique does. We see Kawaki demonstrate both of these abilities in his rematch with Garo, where he ended up blowing Garo's body in half, killing him. Another thing to note is that when Boruto and Team 7 first found Kawaki laying there unconscious for the first time, Kawaki woke up in a sudden burst of anger, letting out a huge explosion similar in a way to Pain's Shinra Tensei. This bit is still a huge mystery, but I did want to bring it up, and that is that Kawaki and Boruto's karma seals are somehow linked together. What is known as resonance, it's a little bit confusing and we're not very clued up on it, but they do essentially activate simultaneously when this resonance is happening. Other things I wanted to note quickly is that Kawaki is extremely fast, which even Mitsuki picked up and commented on, and we all know that Mitsuki's hardly slow himself. Also, after the time skip, we see him skilled in the art of using a ninja tool named a bow, which is that long stick staff thing which we see him fight against Boruto with. One last thing which I wanted to mention to kind of give you an idea of just how strong Kawaki actually is for his age is that Kawaki managed to single-handedly beat scientific ninja puppets, which even Team 7 as a whole found difficulty in doing. He also killed Garo, like I said, and would have also killed Team 7 with the same attack if it not have been for Boruto's karma ability being able to absorb up the explosion. From what we know so far, Kawaki's goal was to escape from the Kara organisation, which, at the moment at least, he's managed to succeed in. However, there is of course more to it than just that. The bigger picture of it all is that he wants to learn more about his karma seal and hopefully somehow find a way to actually get rid of this cursed branded mark and power so that he can one day live an ordinary life, and asks Boruto to actually help him in this, as it would probably also be in his best interest. There will most likely be a part 2 to this video at some point in the future, as essentially Kawaki's story has only just begun. But with the series being monthly and whatnot, I just kind of wanted to round up all the information that we have right now into one video. But guys, let me know any other characters you'd like me to see do a video like this on in the future. Let me know in the comment section down below. But guys, thank you so much for watching. This video was completely different to my usual style of videos. There was no face cam. It was much more scripted than usual, I guess you could say. But let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to smash the like button if you did, and subscribe if you're not already to become a member of the Senpai Squad. But I'll see you guys in another video. Until then, peace.